Booyah!
Hello everybody, I'm here today to play some more TF2, and yes, I actually am here to talk about TF2 for a change. Holy shit, when does that ever happen? Once in every blue TF2 Smith moon, and that's not very often if you don't know. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about something that's, it's quite a different thing in TF2, which is the TF2 economy. Now, to any newer players, you're thinking, what fucking economy? I don't want to learn about economics class, this is TF2, I want to shoot things. And for you people, I'm sorry. It's just TF2 is a good game, and every good game that involves paid items are going to have some sort of economy for trading. And this game is no different. And I'm just going to say in advance that I do not have an economics major. I didn't even do it in Leaving Cert, which is the Irish version of like the SATs or those kind of things. I didn't even do it in the Leaving Cert. I've only done it in first year, hated it, and left. So I can't say, oh, this equation doesn't match with this equation, which is why the economy is fucked. No. I'm actually just going to talk about what my opinions are of how the economy is going. It's just kind of going a bit off, and I want to talk about where it's going at the moment. Okay, if you didn't know, the most basic, cheapest currency that everything's based off is scrap. Scrap becomes reclaimed becomes refined. It's a bit like €5 to €1, because 3 scrap becomes 1 reclaimed, 3 reclaimed becomes 1 refined. And you can make these by smelting your weapons, so it's actually quite easy to make. In fact, I have a lot of scrap on me, as well as a lot of reclaimed, a lot of refined, which is how I did most of my trading in the last month. That part of it's fine, except when things get more expensive. For example, promotional items are one of the most expensive things on the TF2 market because they're never around after they're first made, and only a handful of people have done certain things. For example, the Max's severed head is worth 3.3 buds. Now to you, that's nothing, but buds are one of the most expensive things on the TF2 market. In proper equivalent, 3.3 buds is about 120 quid. And by quid I mean euros. We work with euros. I don't know what pounds or dollars are, or whatever currency you work with. It's about 120 to 150 euros. And it's quite shit, honestly. That is a lot of money. And that is why the economy is slightly fucked for this game. Well, it's not fucked. The items are promotional, and it's, as I said before in an earlier video, it's a mixture of rarity and how it appeals to the eye. Because Max's severed head is one of the coolest looking hats in the game, because it's just a bunny hat, literally, it's hilarious. And as well as that, it only came out on Max and Sam, and if you didn't play that game when it was coming out and pre-order it, you didn't get it. It just worked that way, and that is what makes it so sought after, because a lot of people didn't even play that game, they just wanted the hat. And when the promotion ended for the pre-order and they didn't get the hat, they wanted the hat, making it a huge value. The buds are a similar thing. They let you play music, which isn't really that useful a thing, but because keys are also a broken thing. But the way it works is that keys and buds are so expensive. Firstly, because keys actually are going up and up and up and up and up and going up and up and up in price, because more and more people want crates to fund their keys. So what happens is that more and more over time, keys are worth less and less, and the keys are worth more and more, and the crates are worth less and less. Therefore, the risk is a lot less than the reward. And unless you get an unusual or an Australian and sell it off immediately, you're not going to make any profit of any keys. Therefore, I predict that eventually keys will go back down, but there will always be people who will buy more keys, and it's kind of works that way. And the problem is that every time more keys are bought to make crates that aren't worth it, the value of keys will go up because there will be less keys on the market, causing more value. It is this kind of stuff, and it's this kind of constant demand for something that doesn't have the supply to match it, as well as how cool they look, because let's face it, keys look pretty cool, as well as anything else like that, give them value. Now, keys are not expensive, but earbuds are incredibly expensive because, again, they were a promotional item. Valve are very smart. They're very, very clever at making something a huge value. All you have to do, very straightforward, all you have to do is make a promotional item. And when you make said promotional item, over time, the demand is going to go more and more up for it, and eventually it's going to be huge. Like the big kill, which is the pistol from that game that you got, is actually worth so much right now because it's again a promotional item. Like I predict that the more weapons you get, for example the alien promotional weapons, I predict they're going to go skyrocket within the next few months as more and more people want it. I think as time passes, more and more people want these different things, and it's because they want these different things that the prices are skyrocketing for them. This is actually breaking the economy of the game, because fine, these valuable items are worth a stupendous amount of money, and it is ridiculous, but the basic currency, i.e. buds and keys, as they go up, it's going to be harder and harder to get keys to fund things. Therefore, if you stockpile keys and before they crash, which I'm going to tell you in a second why it will crash, you are going to have a lot of money on your hands. The thing I recommend is to get rid of your keys as fast as possible, because as soon as people stop buying keys at such a high, ridiculous rate, a bit like in the Wall Street crash, eventually, over time, this will be probably when TF2 loses some popularity, the key market will crash. Your keys will be worth nothing. You can get keys probably for close to nothing when that happens. And that is when way before that is when you should sell your keys. Because I think if you give your keys out then, you're getting them for about 1/10 the price of what they would be. It's the same for earbuds, and it's the same for any valuable item. The problem with all this stockpiling is eventually it's gonna crash and people are gonna stop wanting these valuable weapons. And that may be an issue for some, actually for most, who have valuable items and think of selling them off later on. You're not going to be able to, mate, especially if you stick to this game until its death. Which, let's face it, every game dies eventually. It might be for the next few years, considering how TF2 is still going strong, but I think, give it time, TF2 is eventually going to die, and when it does die, the economy will completely collapse upon itself, and that is when items will lose all of their value. Any item with value at the moment will completely dissipate, and all that will be left is cheap items. And I guarantee you, as the demands go down, the prices will go down. And that is just how simple economics works. I explained I don't do majors in it, but this is just basic common sense. This is how it will work. As soon as the demand goes down, it's going to completely dissipate, and everyone's going to lose a lot of money when they try and sell off their stuff. As soon as the selling goes higher than the buying, that is when you know the TF2 economy is fucked. Anyway, I'll see you next time. If you like what you saw with this weird educational type thing, then I'll see you next time. If you didn't like what you saw, then I won't see you next time. But if you like and subscribe, bye.